All right, so today we're going to learn calligraphy. This is our calligraphy pen we're going to use, and the most important thing is we want to hold it at a 45-degree angle. So our paper, the corner of a paper, is at a 90-degree angle. So if we draw a line and divide it in half, that is a 45-degree angle. So I can measure my pen on top of this line and make sure I'm holding it at a 45-degree angle. Once we have that, the next most important thing is to not move your wrist. So a lot of times when we're writing, we're bending our wrist all around. Once we have it at that 45-degree angle, we want to make sure we lock it into place. So that way, when we go down at a 45-degree angle, our line is skinny. And then when we go straight down, our line is fat. And that's how we're gonna make our letters go from thick to thin. So for example, if we go to our calligraphy packet, we can try a few of these exercises first. So here again, we have guidelines that are at a 45-degree angle to make us keep lining up in that direction. So we can start out just doing thin lines. I'll have you guys go all the way across. And then if we pull towards us, now we get thick lines. We can start going up and down and up and down and up and down. So we'll get thick and thin lines. When we do our verticals, if we're holding it at a 45-degree angle and we pull straight down, we'll get that nice chiseled edge that's at a 45-degree angle. So this top and bottom isn't flat, but it's at that angle. For our horizontals, we again start at that 45-degree angle. We go up slightly, down slightly, and up slightly. So up, down, up. So I'm exaggerating them a little bit so you can see the difference. For the ascenders and the descenders, again, we start at that 45-degree angle, go down at an angle a little bit, and then straight down, and then down at an angle again. So down at an angle, straight down, down at an angle again. For the serifs, again, we start at that 45-degree angle, we go up, and then down, and then up, and then down, and then up. For our curves, we go straight down, and then up, and straight down, and up, and straight down and up. For the other curves, we go up at a 45, so it's skinny, and then straight down, up at a 45, so it's skinny, and straight down. Again, we should be getting that nice chiseled edge at the bottom. For our O's, we're going to start at a 45-degree angle, so it's skinny, then it's fat, and then it's skinny, and then we go the opposite direction. So we go skinny, fat, skinny, coming down. So again, we go from top to bottom, and then top to bottom, connecting that. And for our dots, we hold it at a 45-degree angle, and we can make little diamonds. So those are really nice to decorate borders with. If we flip our packet, we can see how to do actual letters now. So again, I'm holding my pen at this 45-degree angle. So when I do an A, I just simply follow these 3 strokes. So I go towards us, towards us, towards us. So I'll do a few different A's. So again, the most important thing is that you're not rotating your wrist at all. And you'll see everywhere where it's a 45-degree angle, here, here, and here, it should be skinny. So again, here, here, and here, it's skinny. And everywhere where it's not a 45-degree angle, it's fatter. So for that B, again, start with a 45-degree angle, so it's skinny. Go straight down, so it's fat, and up at a 45, so it's skinny. Then I start up here at a 45, so it's skinny, come down, so it's fat, and then 45, so it's skinny again. and then a C. So again, everywhere where it's a 45-degree angle, it should be skinnier, and otherwise it's fatter when it's pulled down in a different direction. So this is the Chancery font, so you guys can go ahead and finish that. We also have this worksheet at the front, which may be easier for some of you. It breaks it down into different strokes and different steps for each letter. So for example, if I was going to do an A in this font, it tells me to use stroke 1, then stroke 2, then stroke 3. So here's stroke 1. So again, I hold my pen at a 45-degree angle, go 45 so it's skinny, straight down so it's fat, 45 so it's skinny. Then I do stroke number 2. So stroke number 2 is 45 so it's skinny, and then straight across so it's fat. And then stroke number 3, again holding it at a 45-degree angle, go straight down so it's fat, straight up so it's skinny. So when you're first starting out calligraphy, or rather you make these angles a little harsher. So instead of really kind of curving your A so much, if we make it a little bit more box-like to begin with, you'll start to see these fat and skinny lines a little bit easier. So again, the most important thing is not to move your wrist around. If you start moving your wrist around when you're doing these curved lines, you'll kind of, I call it popping wheelies, where instead of having your pen straight down on the page, you start to kind of rotate it up so it's just one corner's down or another corner's down. So if you get lines that look like this, where it's not very solid, that means you're rotating your wrist instead of doing a solid straight line. So make sure that when you're moving from your elbow or from your shoulder, but you always keep your wrist in a straight locked position. When you are ready, there's a blank sheet of paper in your calligraphy packet, so you guys can practice writing whatever you want on here. And then I would always recommend when you are doing your final project that you draw out some guidelines in pencil on top of your watercolor paper so that your letters are all the same size and they're not slanted at a funny angle. So make sure when you're doing your calligraphy project, you're not drawing out letters and filling them in, you're doing them in one fluid stroke with your calligraphy pen.